With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And here come the Cowboys. And Dak, he was in full attack mode in Week 15, was he not, Charles? 32 of 36.
Yeah, didn't throw it downfield very much, but that wasn't the real issue. It was just getting a rhythm, getting the ball out to the right people, and the biggest thing for him, as he's done most of this season, he's taking care of the ball, not making mistakes with it. And that's just as important sometimes as making the big play downfield.
Quick note on that completion percentage, second highest ever among QBs that attempted 30 or more passes.
Yeah, I think he's going to keep the job for a while.
Probably. They'll come out in the pistol. They run with a rookie. Here's Elliott. Fighting through. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, pretty obvious that at this point, Zeke, he's going to, no pun intended, run away with a rushing title this season.
Seriously, did you just say no pun intended?
Everyone always says it's not intended, but it's always intended. It was intended.
It's intended. It's just like when someone says no disrespect, prepare to be disrespected.
Yeah,
you know it's coming.
All right, I intended the pun.
You intended the pun. 159 yards and a touchdown. How great was Zeke in that game, setting everything up for Dallas, taking on the big carries and carrying them home to a victory against Tampa Bay.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back with the draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here comes Philadelphia, a team that started the year, as everyone remembers, 3-0. Carson Wentz is so hot to start the season, fading a little bit toward the end, but I think Doug Peterson knows this is his guy in 2017.
Amazing how the whole thing began. They were talking about him not playing at all this year. They wanted him to kind of have that so-called redshirt year. Instead, he was the starter from game 1. He's had his ups and downs, but I'm with you on this one. Doug Peterson, the head coach, the entire Philadelphia Eagles organization, they know they have their quarterback for the future.
And I want to know, Week 15, did you like them going for 2 in the win?
Absolutely loved it. This was a team that was sliding. They were on the road. Go ahead and try and get a win and spark your team. Don't worry about trying to get to overtime.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Ertz has it left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Now Wentz on third down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on fourth down, here's the veteran left-footed punter Donnie Jones to kick it away. Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. A first down throw for Prescott. He's got time in the pocket. Drops it underneath. Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Down carry by Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Dez Bryant, certainly one of the go-to guys, if not the go-to guy for this offensive unit.
One of the most talked about players in the league, as well as one of the most productive receivers. He attacks the football downfield.
Second down throw for Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Connor Barwin is one of the most versatile outside linebackers in the league. Started his collegiate career as a tight end and basketball player. You see that athletic ability on display each and every week.
They go to Elliott again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The veteran Connor Barwin in on the stop.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down.
Everyone's got four down.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They run again with Morris. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
How about a 6th-round pick that turns in 1,000-yard seasons his first 3 years in the NFL? That's Alfred Morris.
Yeah, that's productive. Fell off a little bit, though, last year in 2015.
And that's exactly why he's in Dallas and no longer in Washington.
Morris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Alfred Morris, the pride of Florida Atlantic University. When he came out, he was a 6th-round draft choice, and some people thought that was too high.
And now with the Cowboys, works well with Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, I think it works very well. Him, Ezekiel Elliott, Darren McFadden could be a 3-headed monster for Dallas. Remember, Alfred Morris made his bones in Washington, really vaulted on the scene as a rookie, and kept moving from there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Prescott now. He's got time. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield and put the ball through the post for a field goal.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Still first down.
Here's the option going right. And some room to work. And he cuts it out to the sideline. A big play there off the option. 49 yards. And certainly a quarterback who has the arm, he also has the legs, Charles.
And haven't we seen over time these quarterbacks just get more and more athletic as they go along? We're not just talking about guys who can throw the football and stay in the pocket, but when they run, they hurt a defense.
And he hurt the defense right there. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. So they come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now the defense for Dallas.
Sean Lee is a linebacker with an exciting mix of tackling ability and coverage skills.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
For a guy who went to college as a quarterback, Ryan Matthews has turned into quite the power runner. If he can only stay healthy, well, his numbers would be huge, I think.
His numbers so far, 2 times over 1,000 yards with the Chargers, 5 years there now in his 2nd year with the Eagles. Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, Ryan Matthews trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. And the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get a hook and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
They'll try to run it now with Sproles. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Darren Sproles punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second down, 9 yards to go. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Second down, Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. For Dez, when Romo was under center, he was more the focal point. Now you got Zeke and obviously Dak at quarterback, playing a little bit of second fiddle to some degree.
Yeah, he still had, 8 catches, 82 yards in the game against Tampa. And I know the numbers are going to be about half of what he normally does. But here's the thing. When they get to the playoffs, he may very well be sitting first chair again because they'll need the big plays from Dez Bryant.
First down, Prescott. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And now offensively, Philadelphia coming back out. Earlier we discussed Carson Wentz in the quarterback position, but, you know, unless something changes drastically, Philadelphia's going to end this year without a 1,000-yard rusher and without a 1,000-yard receiver.
Yeah, they want to make sure they really work on their offensive line. They've had a few injuries there and had to shift some guys around. They had a guy that they lost earlier in the season. That was a big part of what they do. And they also want to make sure that they have a running back that can stay healthy. And you know that that's not easily done in this league. But Ryan Matthews, if he does stay healthy, he's always a candidate to break 1,000 yards. Remember those days of LaShawn McCoy and Jeremy Maclin both going over 1,300 yards? They're looking for that again.
Yeah, 2014, both of those guys over 1,000. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back
on that counter play? That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Play fake here on first down. Backing up. Great protection. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we come back. 7-3 the score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Jamarcus Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of 4. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. So now on 4th down, the Eagles will hand things over to their field goal kicker, and that's Caleb Sturgis. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. And now working their way back onto the field, the Eagles defense. They had the interception last time, led to a field goal.
And kept points off the board against them as well. What a great way to end a drive. Take it away and set your offense up to put points on the board themselves.
The only thing would have been better a touchdown. Now they'll be looking to get the stop and lead to that here on the next drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking back at Week 15 for Witten, 10 catches, which was a season high, moved him past Terrell Owens into 7th place on the all-time receptions list.
And how about how Dallas just moves the ball around, Brandon? I mean, Jason Witten had 10 catches in this game. He's had games this year where he hasn't caught very many passes, but I think he's heating up as they get closer to the playoffs. And let's face it, for any young quarterback, a big-time tight end is almost always going to be his best friend.
Now Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Take 4.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now it's Morris. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They come out here in the I. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, it's Prescott finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll bring him back within 4. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
They begin the drive with Ryan Matthews. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come out here in the I. 10th carry now for Ryan Matthews. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
3rd-and-1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Cedric Thornton, the one that got him down.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Wentz. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Cedric Thornton busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Donnie Jones now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott finding time. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Come on,
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Prescott now on 2nd down. Escobar with it over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop.
Come on, let's go.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Bryce Butler, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
They were stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's got time in the pocket. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One man in the backfield, Elliott.
Here we go.
Second down, Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant taking it in. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. On first down, Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got time. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that brings up 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Here's Donnie Jones now. He's been terrific so far. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Another carry for the rookie Elliott. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cowboys are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Eagles didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Pick it up early in the first. They're going to get to the QB once again. This will go for a loss of 13. First and 10. Continuing on the drive, Sproles is going to look for space. He'll end up sprinting into the end zone. Eagles go up by 4. Now to late in the second. Prescott's going to find his mark, and he's gone as he sprints to the end zone, which takes the lead to 3. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham, and it's third and short. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Wentz going to try and throw on third. And able to complete it to Green-Beckham. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be a Philadelphia first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They come out here in the I. Sproles. And a short gain down to about the 33. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Now Wentz on third down. And he hits his man, Matthews. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So he makes the grab, and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Throwing on first is Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position. The guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Now a 20th carry for Ryan Matthews. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that's going to tie us at 13. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. Here comes the Eagles defense. They work their way back onto the field. man in the backfield. Elliott. He's going to get the football. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second and very short here, less than a yard. Another pistol look here. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A nice tackle for loss there by the 5th-year man, Fletcher Cox. Signed that 6-year extension in June. That locks him up through 2020.
One of the cornerstones of their defense, one of the guys you have to have on the field. I think he'll continue to get better and better.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Prescott on first down. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
One back is Morris. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, Prescott to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
2nd down, Prescott. And this one complete to Winton over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. On play action, Prescott. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Give him 9 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. The opportunity was there for them to take the lead with a field goal and get 3. Instead, they want a little more.
Sometimes being a little greedy is not a bad thing, right? I mean, don't just take what they're going to give you or what's evident. Go try and get more. And, yes, there's a little bit of a risk to it, but, boy, they made it pay off in a big way.
So now it's 1st and goal. Now Elliott, with a juke. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
False start, offense. Still 2nd down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And now it's 3rd down. Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Surveying the field. This will be caught at about the 6. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they have regained the lead. So that one is is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is taken at the 3. He juked him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on first down. Left side caught by Matthews. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
From midfield, here's Wentz. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that leads to a Philadelphia first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Wentz. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Finding time. And this is Ertz with it, right side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. First and goal. They'll run the option left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And how about that, giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it. And right now, they're ahead, but they can't relax at all because if we've had 5 lead changes, I'm kind of betting on a 6th.
Yeah, we might see a 6th. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Prescott on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. That'll bring up second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Looking to throw. Prescott out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Prescott looks to throw on first. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. A first down throw for Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Come on, let's go. What?
Prescott yet again. A dump off to Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
First down, Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Here we go. What?
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Still second down.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage. Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And that score gives us our 6th lead change of the game.
Are we back on the playground on the seesaw?
A little seesaw battle,
right?
Yeah.
Up and down, up and down. What a game we've watched here.
It's been fun. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's got time in the pocket. And this is Ertz with it, right side. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Wentz now on first down. Complete on the right side to Green Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Wentz now on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yep.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Wentz to throw on second down. Got a man open. It's It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now, because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
And this one through the uprights and good. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. A first down throw for Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Prescott on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He'll get the football here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out and out come the Eagles. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Ertz has it left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Play fake to Matthews. Now it's Wentz. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
They go play action here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they? And
I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's got time. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hey, you got 3, Come on, let's go.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Surveying the field. Look at the time. He hits Beasley right side. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks, because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Prescott to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense.
Come on, let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Finding time. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. The defense for the Cowboys getting set to go. They've got a situation where a field goal ties it. How do you defend this? Because you obviously don't want to give up the touchdown. How aggressive do you get?
That's always the key, isn't it? Where is the line on aggressiveness to over-aggressiveness? And I think most coordinators are looking at it like run your regular defense, add some pressure packages, because really the 35-yard line is the one you really want to defend. At that point, you're thinking you're probably giving up 3. Anything outside of that, you feel like you've got a chance to hold them.
So they'll be in search of the proper amount of pressure.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And quickly they get to the line. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game, although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
And they'll try to close it out now. One man in the backfield, Elliott. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll take it. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Second down following the run. Again, it's Elliott. And a short gain. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. On third down, Elliott. Room here to run. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long.